I've been doing a lot of editing of these.
Yeah.
And there's never like a clear start and an end. It's always kind of blurry.
I'm sure that's why you get some famous catchphrases coming in. I guess when you're live streaming, you have to start.
Yeah, you have to start. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wait, what's the...
Well, I was thinking you could start by saying, like, something like, hello, everyone. Then maybe, like, welcome. Like, welcome them to tonight's episode of Lumberpunk. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. And then I could
just like spitballing here.
Yeah, and then I could
familiar.
follow it up with, I'm Pyar, your Lumberdaddy, as usual.
Yeah.
And with us tonight is James. And it's just the two of us tonight for episode 20, which is bittersweet.
Yeah.
I wish more folks were here, but life be lifing right now, and people are doing things.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, this is like a landmark episode, and the two of us together doing a little, 2-person adventure. There's something to that also, since that's how it all started. So, yeah, man. We're here. We're here. Yeah, so last episode we played around with stealth mechanics and just did a little PvP, which was a return to form in our early game design days of significant play testing on a weekly basis. DTF is to make short of that synopsis, deep in the real estate market right now, looking for a new rental / purchase for a retail space as a front for. And I think what Grumble Thumblewhite Realtor at Law is going to bring to you guys may be a really sweet surprise. I hope I think it might be a different kind of episode. I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Than what we've experienced, or than what we're expecting?
Yeah, both.
I look forward to it.
Yeah. Trying to subvert expectations, but also like give you guys what you want in ways that are different than you expect. If that I don't know. I think the fishmen still stand out as a hallmark of that, but
back to those fishmen.
What's that?
You're making me think that the fishmen were.
Oh.
We should be thinking more about the fishmen from a story perspective. I know you're just talking about from a sort of mechanics gameplay experience.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it is. I do a lot of second guessing of your DMing as well, and I think it's often not as deep as I make it out to be, and then sometimes it totally is. So I'm constantly on my toes. So I understand that feeling.
Oh yeah.
Is it paranoia? Is that the? I feel like there's an element of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like there's I'm sure you get the memes too of like all of the not memes, but it's sort of tricks to make your players paranoid.
Right. Right. Well, I feel like I've set some stuff up that should have made you feel paranoid, or wait, no. I feel like I've set some stuff up, like the Chinese Cold, for example.
Yeah.
I feel like that felt like it was going to be a dungeon crawl, and it turned out to be sad and important history.
Yeah.
So that's my subversion.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But not, I don't think that's paranoia inducing, right? Like that, you know, like you guys didn't get hit by traps or, you know, like a character didn't stab you in the back or...
Yeah, no.
You know, kind of flipping the...
I think we were, like, on our guard because... Yeah. And it's part of the game, right? And we talked about this a little bit in the last episode of, like, where there's metagaming and where you're just playing the game and, like, there's overlap and there's separation between what your character is anxious about and what you, the player, are anxious about.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good. Keep it up. So for tonight, we are moving through space and time from where Leo... to where Leo and DTF are now, back about 19 years, to the very self-same sound and feeling that we're experiencing with the ambiance right now. The Willamette Academic Corridor, home to the academics of Pacifica, a famously rainy place, very cozy, and we have a young Leo at home with his mother and his father, and Mom has just come back from a day at work, and she brought a gift, and it and Dad got home a little bit earlier. He was able to move his shift, and so he picked you up from daycare and brought you home and got you a treat on the way. Yeah.
Ice cream.
Yeah. That's right. And so ice cream sandwich. Oh, not sweet. At the little stop on the way home from the daycare, through the... I mean, the Willamette Academic Corridor is a big word for a big arcology when you really get down to it.
Yeah.
And in the halls of academia, there is a coziness and a bookish, and then also sort of this futuristic, forward-looking thrust into reclamation of greatness and implementation of innovation that's being dreamed of in these lofty halls, and there's sort of this love of the past and hope for the future that you feel in the space. There's a lot going on right now, and some of it's quite secretive, and others more public. But research, historical, elemental, future, war effort, all of this stuff combined into this really exciting, beautiful, loving, and supportive space for you. And so, you stop at the spot, and Dad's got you a little piggyback, up on his shoulders, and the vendor there goes, "Oh, hey, Vigo. Hey, little Leo. How you guys doing?"
Oh, it's a sandwich, huh? My mind's already up. We're good. Sandwiches.
That's cute. How's work been going, Vigo? And your dad is, he's a happy guy. He's fulfilled by his work and loves what he does. He's like, living the dream. Not sarcastically either. I'm a happy guy.
Living the dream.
Yes, living the dream. That's my boy. Well, anyways, Frank, it's good to see you, and thanks. It's always a highlight stopping by and seeing you guys on the way home, and we'll probably catch you the next couple of days, depending on how daycare goes and good reports and all that, right, Leo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Buddy.
Yeah. Ice cream sandwiches every day?
Ice cream? I don't know.
You said Frank is the ice cream sandwich vendor.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't bought any from Frank. We should really buy some from Frank. We bought the ones from up the road. Don't you think? Feel bad to stop in and, huh?
Roll for charm.
It's already had an ice cream sandwich. I missed the...
That's all right, man.
Let's see. Charm. Okay, I'm at 7.5. Eight. And a half. A drip of melting oat milk ice cream drops on my dad's head.
Nice.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and so I think that emotional arc of an 8.5 to a 0 is very much only the distraction. I think you have Frank wrapped around your finger, no doubt. And he goes, "Oh, here, no, give you a little hand towel." He
Thanks, Frank.
gives you a little cloth, and he goes, "Yeah, don't."
Almost out there. I almost got it. Now stay still.
Roll for let's do, I'd say, athletics or performance to see how, unless you can make a case for something else, for how well you clean off your dad's head, Vigo's head.
Yeah, point of order.
Yeah.
How many points does being cybernetic give you in a single stat?
Yes. Let me look it up real quick.
Because I did not come prepared with an adjusted.
We're going to be jumping around.
Yeah. We do it on the fly.
Honestly,
I think it's either 2 or 3.
yeah, I'd say just take off 2 from the stat sheet for now. Is it 3? Okay, take off 3. All right.
And 1 for the level puts me from 7 to yikes down to 3. But time what, 5?
He's a child.
That makes sense. All right, and you said I'm doing athletics or
performance.
I did all that work to figure out the athletics. Threes. Okay. What did I say? I'm at 3, 6.5. Plus it again.
I was hoping you'd do that. Your dad, Vigo, ends up with the hairstyle from There's Something About Mary. So he's just got kind of an ice cream unicorn thing. She's like, yeah, but it's ice cream, so it's don't read any more to that. Then it's just ice cream. And Frank honestly has a good laugh, and he goes, "Oh, Leo, yeah, sweet boy. Hey, come by anytime. We'll be here. You can come and get the ice cream sandwich." Vigo,
Right down.
Looking good, man. Looking good. Take care, you guys. Take care.
Bye, Frank.
Bye, Leo. We'll see you tomorrow. And so Dad kind of trots off, giving you a little bounce as he goes, and
Dad, we have to go back tomorrow, otherwise Frank will be disappointed we didn't say hi.
all right, buddy. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And so Dad brings you to the house, and it's a almost all housing for families, especially in Pacifica, is very modest. Most of your needs are addressed in public spaces, and so there's this warmth to the concrete, like a slight orange tint to it to sort of counteract the cool, gray, rainy vibes that the academic corridor produces on a regular basis. And there's rounded edges to most things, not many hard corners. And there's little nooks for pillows and a couch, and a couple of beautiful windows out into the forest. And then, of course, there's a little spot for your box of toys, and there is a small bedroom for you, and another one for Mom and Dad. And they each have little desk spaces in the public area. But you eat at the cafeteria, so no need for a kitchen, really. There's one restroom that both of you share, all three of you share. And it's a very sweet, quiet, warm, intimate space with the beautiful blue light and the rain coming down on the windows right now. And so Dad sets you down, and you guys are home.
I can cook dinner tonight.
You want to cook? Sure, bud. Yeah, we could get the hot plate out. What do you want to make?
Let's make... What do we have?
Well, you know that being from Little New Jersey, there's always pasta. And we got some canned pomodoro. Whip up a sauce real quick, bud. Do a little red sauce if you want.
Wait, what's pomodoro? I don't remember. Is that a red sauce or a white sauce?
Tomato.
Green.
Red tomato sauce. Red tomatoes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. I'll get the hot plate out. And then right then, the door slides open, and mom walks in. You see Harriet, your mother, and she is wearing the robes of a practicing teaching academic. And she sees both of you crouched down over near the little nook where you guys are hanging out, and she smiles and she goes, "Oh, both of my boys.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, love. How was daycare? What'd you learn?"
I was going to ask you what you learned at school today.
I brought you a gift, sweetheart.
Wait, really?
And so she hands you a...
Wait, can I see it?
Yeah,
what is
it? Of course. So she hands you a reusable bag with something about yay big and maybe about that thick in it. And do you open it?
Can I shake it?
Shake it. Doesn't make any noise.
I can't tell what it is.
What's that?
I can't tell what it is.
You want to guess?
Is it something you write with? Or for drawing, or like making art?
Oh, that's interesting. So I'll say this, though it was not my intention. The shape, weight, and dimensions, almost every physical aspect of this item subverts its expectations.
What does that word mean?
Subvert means to... So sub means under, and vert means to cut, so to under...
Green in French.
Verd, yes. Or vert, yes, sure.
Right.
So this is
green.
Undercutting in this case. So taking what you think is underneath and pulling it out and sort of letting it fall. And then expectations are what you think is going to happen.
Like tablecloth.
Yeah, like pulling the tablecloth out. Except maybe not in the way the magician did it when we went and saw the show.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if he'd done it slower and everything had fallen off, instead of he did it quickly and it all stayed, maybe that would be... Or, you mean the part where he put it over and then the table disappeared, but it stayed... That
when
part.
he pulled out the table.
When he pulled it, okay.
Everything stayed, yeah. You
that
told
part,
me that
yes.
that was because of inertial.
Yes. Very,
Right?
very good, sweetheart. Yes, yes, absolutely.
So, it's not something you write with
No.
or draw with or make art with. Is it something you read? Like a book?
It feels like a book. But remember what I said. And I will say this. You could write our future with this.
It's as you said, it doesn't feel like, it isn't what it looks or feels or sounds like.
Clever boy. It's close.
Something
It's close.
big,
It's
like
close.
an airplane.
It's very close to an airplane.
A planet. Or it could be
I suppose I'll say this, Leo. Sometimes it is an airplane, but not most of the time. It's not its main purpose.
Would Leo know what a paper airplane is?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I think we're working with an analog alternative.
What would it be called to a young child?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up with White Wings. You know, that's my first thought, but that's a brand name for sure, which is really just a reference to the paper. Again, just want to touch it and smell it.
I don't know White Wings.
Oh.
Is it like boxed paper airplane where it comes with like instructions? Is that
Yeah, and like cutouts and like
Oh.
wood glue and balsa spines and like really elaborate, really cool kits. This sweetheart is it's something we pulled from the archives, actually. You know Maker Johnny? Yeah. So he helped me make this, and we found some old toys from before the fracture in some of the digital archives that were made with wood products when they were still doing that kind of thing. And I had Maker Johnny fabricate something similar without cutting any trees down, of course.
So it's from the archive, so it's old.
It's very old.
But Maker Johnny helped you make it, so it's new.
It is new.
It's not what it seems like, or sounds like, or looks like, or smells like. It's
it's the shuttle. It's the first real space plane. And this is from an old kit called White Wings. And they used to make it out of paper and wood, but Maker Johnny made it out of something that'll act the same way but not cause the harm that those would. And
is it metal?
it's some kind of composite that he put together in his God Forge. He didn't give me all the ingredients, but it's all authorized, of course. And it's
kind of like a plane.
Yeah.
The wings aren't big enough. How does it fly?
You want to give it a try? There's a... Take a look in the bag. There's a stick with a rubber band attached to it in there.
Cool. So I'm guessing this goes on this little end here.
Yep. Little hook on the nose.
And then I just put it on top?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How far do I need to be outside? Is this an outside thing, or can I?
Yeah, maybe down the hallway. I think might be. Yeah, let's.
Dad, come on, come on!
Hey, yeah.
We're gonna shoot my shuttle.
Yeah. He's got his cook's apron on at this point, and he's got a couple things going over there. But he's like, yeah, okay. He grabs a towel.
Mom, Dad's making dinner.
Yep. Oh.
We're having pasta pomodoro.
Oh. It's one of those little New Jersey. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I think it's the only thing he knows how to make. But don't tell him I said that.
All right. So you guys all step out in the hallway.
I just point it like this?
Yeah, you just pull the trigger when you're
Are you
when
sure
you're
it's
ready.
gonna fly?
Well, we never know until we try.
I pull the trigger.
Roll for flight. I'm gonna give you some Riz.
Sure.
Yeah, so let's do 2d6 of Riz for one for Mom and one for Dad.
2d6. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm down to a 4 on flight. Oh, really? Well, I probably wouldn't have this skill either. So it'd be a 3. This is it. This is the beginning. 3s, a couple 5s. Okay.
See some 1s too.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna take
Gotcha.
3 pairs.
Nice.
15 plus what did I say? 3,
3,
18.
yeah. Nice. Yeah, you pull the trigger and it slides down the ramp with the little rubber band power and just soars. So the hallway that you're in, you're looking at like 12-foot ceilings for the dwelling space and about 20 for the hallway. And then that leads out into some of the bigger, massive arcology-sized corridors and the bigger spaces. And so you've got this long hallway where there's a lot of family dwelling units along this western wall that you guys all live on. And the shuttle, despite the wings smaller than it should have for terrestrial flight, because the lightness of the materials and the camber of the undercarriage and just the lift structure.
It's like a paper airplane. It doesn't seem like it should fly, but it does.
Yeah, and it takes off and almost hits the ceiling and then crests and rides and catches a couple little drafts of air from the ventilation system, and some other academics are walking down and they see it and they look up startled, realize what it is, see you, see your wonder, and just smile. And the shuttle actually catches the curve of the hallway and turns and disappears out of sight before it even hits the ground and drops down somewhere around the corner of the hallway, the curve of the hallway rather.
That's so far. I didn't think it would go that far.
It feels like the future, doesn't it, sweetheart?
Well, didn't we take a shuttle when we went to the heliport to go visit Grandma and Grandpa?
Terrestrial shuttle, sure, but not to space.
Is it called a shuttle because it goes back and forth?
Yeah. Yes, very good, sweetheart. Yes. Yeah. That's...
Is it gonna come back?
This one, no. But the original intention and the mission of the shuttle was to and from the space station. And there were hopes of other planets and the moon, never achieved, but that was the intention of the shuttle.
We've been to the moon, right? Right?
Not with this spacecraft, with a different one. The shuttle was more of a near-Earth orbital spacecraft.
Yeah, you take the shuttle to the heliport, and then there's a bigger.
It could have been.
Is that how we got to the moon?
No, the moon was before the shuttle, actually, believe it or not, with much smaller spacecraft. The Apollo missions. Yeah. And those were disposable spacecraft, meant for one trip only. The shuttle was durable.
What's disposable.
Yeah, I know. It's sweet boy. Meant to be thrown away when it was. That doesn't make sense either.
Like how, like if we had thrown the shuttle just now, like thrown away like that.
we don't have any equivalents in it, and I know. How do I explain? The people from that time, they believed, even though the world was starting to tell them otherwise, they believed that there were limitless resources and that you could cut down a tree and burn it for heat or for cooking, or you could turn a tree into its constituent fibers and make that into a plate that you would eat a meal on once. And then they would dig holes in the ground and put things they didn't want in there and then bury them.
Wouldn't that get into the water and into the soil and into everything? And that doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, sweetheart, it doesn't. It wasn't our best time. But the shuttle was, I believe, perhaps one of the pinnacles of their science at that time. And it was intended to be reused over and over again for flights into space. And then it would return with its astronaut crew and fly home and land at an airport, essentially. And I think that it's a symbol of hope and of something they really got right at a time when they weren't getting much right.
Much right at all. Huh.
So I'm so glad you like it.
Yeah, I should probably go get it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't want. I just don't want someone to step on it.
Yeah. Go. So you run down the hallway,
Yeah.
and when you come around the corner, there is someone bent over in an academic robe, squatted down, right about where you would think the shuttle plane would be. Looks like maybe he's picking it up.
Excuse me?
And he stands up with the shuttle in his hand, turns around and looks at you. He's this very tall, thin, sort of sharp-looking character. Dark black hair. He looks old. And he looks at the shuttle, and he looks down at you, very, very long way down at you. He says, "Little Leonardo, is this your..."
Shuttle.
It's the shuttle, isn't it?
The shuttle, yeah. It's the only one for me. It's the only one I've got. So for me, it's the shuttle, yeah.
Perhaps the most storied spacecraft that has yet existed.
Maybe. I don't know, the Apollo. Well, the Apollo ones sound pretty cool.
What do you know about Apollo?
Well, I know they like left behind a lot of the ship, which is not good, but they went to the moon, which is kind of cool. It's kind of really cool. But wasn't Apollo something to do with the sun?
Apollo was a god as well, and the namesake for the craft, if that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
But they didn't go to the sun.
They did not go to the sun.
They went to the moon.
They went to the moon, our very own terrestrial space station.
I think the shuttle is a better name. It's more appropriate.
It is indicative of its purpose in a way that Apollo doesn't quite ascertain. This is a remarkable craft you flew.
It's her maiden voyage.
Here you go, my boy.
Thank you.
Hands it back to you.
I know it's rude to say things about people's appearance, but I'm not trying to be rude. You're really tall.
I am. Yes. It's there's not much more to say about it than that, actually.
I guess maybe that's why Mom says we shouldn't say things about people's appearance, because there's not much to say about it. Sorry.
Oh, little Leo, no apologies required. I am tall, and that is, we are scientists. That is a fact. It can be observed, and you have engaged in that process. Don't ever apologize for the truth. Do you know who I am?
No. Should I know who you are?
Your mother works for me.
Oh.
And we've never met, but I know a lot about you. And,
yeah, my dad has take your child to work days. She doesn't ever have those.
No.
Yeah.
No.
If you are in charge, you should start take your child to work days, because whenever I go with my dad, I have a really good time, and he has a really good time, and we like really like usually get our hands dirty, and that's really fun, and I learn things too, which I know is really probably, if you're like my mom, is probably really important to you. So you should consider doing that.
Quite so, young man.
But you were introducing yourself. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Not at all. My equivalent to taking your child to work day is when you are old enough to come and work for me. And I hope that might be sooner rather than later based on what your mother's been telling me.
I don't...
Would you like to fly something like that for work?
It wouldn't be work.
Quite so, Leo. I think I may not live long enough to see it all through, but you might. I'm sorry. I was introducing myself. I'm your mother's boss. Head of research for a division I cannot name. And you can call me...
Like, oh, I'm interrupting you now. I'm sorry. You finish, and then I'll ask my question.
Okay.
You're a teacher. Should I raise my hand when I have a question?
No. Leo, we...
Are you a teacher? Oh, I did it again.
More of a student, my boy. More of a student, if I'm being honest. It would make me very happy if you can call me Uncle David. No, I'm sorry. What was your question?
The division that you can't name, is it like with Apollo where you just can't, like, you think of like you think it's a good name, but you can't, like, you think you came up with a good name, but then it turns out it wasn't actually a very good name because it makes people think you're going to the wrong place, or
something like that, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I should go. Tell your mother David says hi, and tell your dad too.
Uncle David.
Uncle David, of course. And I'll see you soon.
Okay. Thanks for getting my shuttle.
It's a good shuttle. You see the two little flaps on the back? Yeah.
Yeah.
Try on your next flight. Try putting one up and the other one down. And see what happens.
Doesn't matter which side?
Doesn't matter.
Ooh, yeah, they move.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay.
Let me know how it goes next time I see you.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Leo.
Bye.
He turns and his robes sweep in the way capes and robes do, and walks off with very soft clicking of slightly formal, slightly work-oriented shoes. And you get back and Dad's making pasta pomodoro. And Mom's watching you, observing the shuttle, finding its intricacies and subtleties, and smiling at the layers of understanding she sees you building so quickly.
Is there a reason the bottom is black and the top is white?
And we flash forward 11 years. Love little Leo. Flash forward 11 years, and you're graduating. And Mom and Dad are there. And your cohort is smarter than any, and the achievements superlative, and the speeches are funny and sad and sweet and full of academic rigor and reference that only the most elite would even understand, and I can't even begin to formulate. The humor is high, and the prospects of peace, it's been quiet for almost your whole life with the Middle Kingdom, and there's a sort of a tempered optimism. The Eastern Front is still a very dangerous place, and the rumors and stories and news coverage there paint a picture that keeps Pacifica on a war footing, but there's a lot of hope. And after all the speeches and the handshakes and the salutes and the obscure references, Uncle David comes out from the back. He's been sitting at the very back, and he greets you, gives you a warm handshake. Says, "That was quite a speech, Leo."
Thanks. I hope there weren't too many early 2000s pop culture references. It's like, it's really like cool right now. I don't get it, but it's what's in, and I was trying to connect with the people.
You gotta give them what they want sometimes.
I really don't know what people want a lot of the time.
Most of the time, they don't know until you show it to them. That's a reference from that time. Steve Jobs.
Yeah, that turtleneck. We should bring back the black turtleneck here.
You could do it.
I don't know if I can pull it off.
So, what now?
Well, it's funny. I have a very old memory, and I didn't get it. I made a mistake a few years ago. I'm going through old emails and old files, and I don't have it in writing, but I swear I got at some point in the past I want to say 9 to 11 years ago, job offer from you. But I don't know. I really have to. I think I have to get my my grades together because I'm gonna, wouldn't want anyone but top of the class. I'm sure working for you, your top secret division. That probably still workshopping the name.
Oh. Are you free? Got a couple minutes? Okay, come on. So he walks you over through many places you're familiar with, and then up to an elevator.
Cap and gown, still a thing?
Sure, yeah. And you guys hop on an elevator you've never been on before. And it takes you up to one of the helipads. And let's see. So that's your 16, 28 years, T. So you step on the helipad and it is... It's raining like it usually is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty still. It's not too gusty. And sitting on the pad is the latest generation, which you would know, of thrashers. And David looks at you and goes, "Want to go for a ride?"
You gonna call shotgun?
The funny thing about the layout of the cockpit is there's no distinguishing. Both seats have full command features. There literally is no shotgun in a Thrasher.
What would be, in this context, and I imagine there's not a lot of necessarily there's fewer personal vehicles.
Sure.
But in the sense of like...
You've never been...
Is there a traditional driver? I've never been in a personal vehicle.
You've never been in a Thrasher.
I've never been in a Thrasher. And I assume I've never flown...
Yeah, in terms of being in a personal vehicle, they're outside of the Arcology network. There's definitely you've been in some very car-like vehicles.
Okay,
yeah, great
early
question.
2000s pop culture.
Sure.
I know which side is the driver's side.
Yeah.
Psychologically.
Yeah. Great question, man. We're literally world building together as we speak.
Leo kind of looks at the rain, looks over at David. Oh. Flicks his board. I never actually thought that these would actually have a practical use, but keeps the rain off your head. And I grab it and I throw it in his face and start running for that left side of the cockpit.
I'm gonna roll an athletics check.
Shall I as well?
So I'm gonna roll to see what the hat does, and then let's roll a contested for running to the Thrasher. Yes. Yeah. I love. This is what playing with a DM as a player character looks like, and I love it. Wow. So David, you throw the graduation cap at him, and he literally goes and pinches it right in front of his face. rolled really well.
He was running
so you're booking it. So you bought yourself, maybe. All right, so roll for athletics. Actually, gymnastics.
-4.
And because you're 15, 16, but you haven't gotten your augments yet. Okay, yeah. No augments yet.
Unless, we didn't talk about, like, you needing to get them at a certain age.
I don't think there's really...
I think that would be kind of limiting.
Yeah, I think that because, like, if you look at, like Nikki, for example,
yeah,
I think they're sophisticated enough that they can grow with the recipient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or, you go and get a tune-up.
Yeah. Whereas, like, my gut reaction was like, oh, no, you'd, like, if you kept growing, like, they would cut off circulation or, like, the bone would, blah, blah, whatever. But, like, maybe there's certain things that you don't want to mess with until you're fully grown. But, yeah, I'd say.
Makes sense.
Cool. And I'm gonna give you a +1 to whatever you score for that second that you bought with the hat distraction.
14. Is he rolling like gangbusters over there?
He has a pretty high.
There's a reason he's in charge.
He's a pretty high modifier.
Yeah.
So you said so you rolled a 14 and you got a 15 with the +1. Uncle David got a 16.5. And so he's a very kind man. And so he 16.5 versus 15, it's really super close.
He was 14.
Oh, 14. No, we got +1 though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So 15 versus 16.5. So he gets in ahead of you and goes to a seat on the right.
Oh.
Yeah. And yeah, so you're both breathing a little, that was like a little sprint across the flight deck. And there's rain on the canopy. And there's a low hum. The engine's on standby. And he says, you think you can figure it out?
Leo looks at everything and he looks at taking it all in. Not moving a lot. Have you played Flight Simulator 36 through 38?
Oh, I wish I had time for those kinds of things. No,
yeah, I don't really either. I just sacrifice sleep.
Yeah. Good.
Similar is everything to Flight Simulator. I feel like I've got the most hours in 37.
I was there when they mapped the cockpit.
But you haven't played the game? Yeah, you're busy. I get it. Big top secrets. All right. Whoa. Yeah, Leo starts reaching for like. Well, usually the checklist would be on the HUD, but is there a checklist or?
David, he points to a switch in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And have you ever experienced, or do you know the stereotype of like the awkward driver's ed teacher or the dad who doesn't know how to just let somebody figure it out when they're learning? Have you experienced that? Or is that relatable in any way?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Tangentially.
Yeah. Or like, have you seen Breaking Bad? It's okay. Okay.
Of course, I've seen Breaking Bad. Oh, you're talking about the one scene.
Yeah.
The one scene.
Yeah, where Walt's doing a terrible job teaching his son how to drive.
Yeah.
This isn't that analogies. This is the opposite of that. So imagine feeling so comfortable and empowered to explore by the presence of someone who you feel is not judging you at all, who is like the embodiment of figure it out for yourself, use your science, you know how to do this even though you've never done it before. That's how Uncle David makes you feel.
Okay.
And so he points out the HUD switch.
Helpful.
Yep.
Okay. Oh. That makes sense.
So you flip that switch and you hear the engines wake up from their standby.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's this when the whole body of the ship thrums with potential power.
Okay. Auxiliary, yeah.
And you hear some things charging up, some flaps moving.
Yeah, I have to. Okay. Yeah. Can you see out that side?
Oh yeah.
Is that good? Okay.
Yeah.
And I flip some more switches and go down the checklist, right?
It's time, Leo.
VTOL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pushes that throttle forward. Pulls back just a little bit on the stick. I probably shouldn't close my eyes, huh?
This high up, I don't think it matters.
Hold on to my hat.
Roll for flight. And I'll give you a +1 to your pool.
I think that was that one.
For David's.
For David's
rising presence.
Absolute calm. Love it. I've been rolling the double ones tonight. I'm here for it. 5s, and we are at 6, 7. Okay. flight, we said... Three. Minus the scale. Yeah, minus 4.
Oh!
There it is.
Oh! That's beautiful.
20 and a half.
Oh my
Sometimes,
gosh.
oh well, I'm not going to talk too soon. I'm just going to... I think we'll hold there. 21. 23. 23.
Eyes closed. You goose the throttle and pull back, and you guys take off like an arrow up into the clouds. And in this part of the world, cold, wet air comes off the Pacific, climbs the coastal range, drops into the Willamette Valley, and condenses into low rain clouds before pushing their way up the Cascades, dumping their snow load and leaving the eastern half dry. And so the cloud cover is low and in the valleys, and you pop out into the most glorious sun. It's late in the day, graduation, afternoon affair. And the rain on the canopy streaks back on this extra slick nano coating, and the screen's dry within seconds of reaching the clouds, and you see, and since we're in late 2000s references, instead of the contemporary names, you see Mount Hood first, of course, and the remains of St. Helens, and you see, as you climb further and further to the southeast, you see Three-Fingered Jack and Broken Top and the Three Sisters, Faith, Charity, and Hope, and you see Mount Bachelor, and they are walled up by clouds to the west, and then clear to the east, and you keep climbing and climbing and climbing, and the sky starts to turn dark, and it feels like you could see the curve of the earth, and
it really is round. I'm just kidding, David, don't worry.
But seeing is believing, isn't it?
What was it you said? Sometimes people don't know until you show them. I thought that was pretty cynical when I heard it, but it doesn't have to be.
And right about then, you've been climbing full thrust for quite some time. The engines don't die. They kind of stop pushing. And you lose control.
Whoa.
And the Thrasher starts to fall.
Uncle David, we are falling. We are falling.
That's what happens when you try to breach the atmosphere with a terrestrial craft, Leo. You hit the ceiling. And you're in free fall now. And you've never felt anything like this before. The butterflies and the weightlessness and that as well. And it passes. It passes. And you feel free. You're loose in your 5-point harness. You're drifting. And you're falling. And you are so far above the earth. And David's laughing.
We're fine, right? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. It's just, yeah. I don't know if the atmosphere works. Yeah, the engines, they breathe air. So once we fall, we just need to fall. And engines will have air, and we're in a controlled.
And you're already starting to feel the stick bite a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You're getting some control back.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's your choice. You've got plenty of time. You know, whatever's comfortable for you. You're in charge right now.
Uncle David.
Yes, Leo.
If I'm above the ceiling, what's the worst thing that could happen right now? What's the worst position to be in?
Falling ass first would be suboptimal based on the specs of this craft.
Huh. Am I feeling gravity a little bit more?
Yeah, so that's mostly up to you in terms of what kind of input you're giving the stick right now. You could maintain a free fall if you want, or you could start engaging with it a little more.
Is their VTOL, do they have wings?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I would say if I have wings, then I've been kind of, I don't know if this works physics-wise, but almost just trying to fly it like a glider.
Okay.
A paper airplane.
I do.
Oh. Well, that's good to know. And Leo hits the pedals and pulls back on the stick, and the thrasher swings around. First it swings around in a flat spin, and then the tail of the aircraft dips down.
And David looks at you with worry for the smallest fraction of a second, and then he gets it.
How do I get out of this?
Figure it out.
Alright.
Roll for flight.
Yeah. Leo tries to figure it out because James has no idea.
Yeah. Sure.
2-7.
7.
That little one bit of worry takes that dice away.
Oh, yeah.
That die.
So you go into a backwards tailspin. Uncle David sitting there next to you, this reservoir of calm and intelligence and self-determinism and all these beautiful things that your parents instilled in you that somehow he magnifies. And we flash forward another 4 years and you're in the exact same spin again. This time over the Bering Sea. And your wingman is calling out to you. Your friend who you've been test flying with all these years under David's command out here over the Big Blue. And you're very close to the water. You're very close to the water, and he's calling out, and he goes, Leo, pull up. And roll for flight again.
Years later, you said?
Got the gear.
What do you think? Do I have, I'm saying, because I'm always taking off, because I have here my level up, so I'm always taking off 1. Do you think I picked up my flight, my 1 skill point of flight?
What do you think?
I think 4 years since the first flight. I think that's fair.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be plus 7. 17.
Nice. So you have done this so many times since that first flight. And it is effortless and second nature to pull out of what should be a death spin. And you just do it. And you hear your wingman just go quiet. And then he goes, "You bastard. You did that on purpose, didn't you?"
I think I pulled 4 Gs at one point.
And he rolls really well.
A little fuzzy.
He rolls up above you, flips you off upside down, and then rolls over on the other side. I thought you were gonna die.
Okay, Maverick. Calm down. Who are you, my mother? No, it's Goose who does that trick, huh?
I'm your friend, Leo, and I care about you, and I really need to change my pants. That was...
Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you, those don't look very good on you.
That's not what I... Really? Is that... Do you think that's why she...
I'm just fucking with you, man.
But she...
Fine. Well, not if they have shit in them. You should definitely change them if they actually have shit in them.
But the number went to... It was like... It was like a weird song. It was like a recorded... It wasn't her phone number. It was like a song.
What?
She gave me the wrong phone number.
And it just, you called it? You texted it? What happened? What,
Yeah,
what do you mean it was a song? Was a phone number from a famous song?
No. I had bad pants on, and I asked the girl out at the bar that you told me was into me the other night.
Yeah.
And she gave me a number that went to a voicemail that was a song, and it's not her. I couldn't record a message. It just
played a song?
Yeah.
Did it sound like she recorded it? Like when you would normally leave your message, like,
No.
"Hi, this is the hot girl from the bar. Leave a message."
No. It sounded.
But like it was her playing from another device and like recording it? Because I don't know how you actually do that. Like my kitty can't do that. I've tried. I've gone in the settings. It's not a thing.
And he, you hear him. He goes, "Oh shit!" And then "Mayday, Mayday, Mayday!" And you look over, and his craft is got smoke pouring out of one of the engines, and it's going down fast, and you guys are close to the deck. He goes, Leo, I'm going.
Punch out.
And it hits the water and tumbles and tears apart, and there's no chute. There's no chute.
How much fuel do I have?
Enough.
What's the... What am I flying?
What do you want to be flying?
I think it's like a kind of it's something that is a test for, it's like a lumpy re-entry vehicle, and I think it's designed to, we've been testing it to try to put it through its paces for controlled re-entry. Potentially manned or like unmanned, and so it's like almost two sort of bulbous sections. It's not a pretty or sexy fuselage, and then these kind of long wings that extend out along that. Well, not super long, but they're kind of, they fold back for re-entry, and the whole front of this like bulbous section, the whole nose, is heat shielded. So it's a sort of, looks like a weird cross between aircraft and spacecraft.
Okay.
And it is designed to land on a runway. and it is extremely expensive. And I'm gonna try to do a water landing.
That's good. Roll for flight.
Need to get a lot. 7. Taking a lot of risks.
Mm-hmm.
It helps knowing it's a flashback and you can't kill me. But, oh man. I monologued for a long time trying to decide if I was going to do this. Okay.
There's something in there.
17. Not great, but not Leo is a smear on the surface of the Pacific.
Do you have a call sign?
That is a great question, and I'm so glad you asked.
Don't rush it.
But traditionally, you know, I can't give myself a call sign. So, what a delight, really, as a DM, to get to
You're gonna throw that back at me?
to turn it back on you. Yeah, you can't give yourself your own call sign. I know. I was gonna ask here. I was gonna ask you for my friend's call sign, which I don't think you said. So I'll come up with his call sign. Give me a second too.
Do you know how the call sign naming ceremonies typically work? I do have an inside peek into that a little bit.
I mean, I imagine it's some sort of hazing ritual.
Yes.
Yeah.
They often give you some very terrible ones to start with.
Yeah.
Just things that would haunt you to live with. Knowing full well that they've picked something that is so perfectly appropriate for everything that you are and some defining moment in your training and experience and all of these beautiful things. And it's, you know, the best nicknames come from a place of love and teasing and all of these things.
Yeah. I think right now we're kind of in, you know, how fashion is always shifting. So a few years ago, the 2010s were or the 2000s, 2010s were very in. We're kind of in a 70s revival at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And the pants we were discussing were some pretty hot disco pants.
Tight bell bottom kind of situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Leo does call in. He does have the presence of mind to call in. Disco's in the water. I'm going after him.
And control tower calls back and they say, copy that, Disco in the water. That's a negative, Ulysses. Sorry. That's a negative, Odyssey. You return to base. Return to base.
Tower breaking. Oh,
that's a negative, Odyssey. We got clear channel.
Tower repeat. And
yeah. So on a 17. Disco and Odyssey. All right. On a 17, you. You bring it down. You've never landed on water before. And I mean, seaplanes still exist in this world, but they're rare. And what a terrestrial landing doesn't prepare you for is the surfaces of your aircraft aren't built. They grip in the wrong ways where they shouldn't, and in the right ways where they should, and so well, let me ask you this. You said the wings are configurable. What setup do you have the wings in when you bring it down?
Yeah, if there's time, I would definitely try to bring them in. Yeah, I'd be concerned about one of those. I figure being not that much of an expert, not at all an expert in flight, but I would have to. The further out they are, the more level I'd have to be to keep from clipping away.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Okay, so you got them tucked.
Yeah.
Okay. You landing gear out or in?
My hand hovers over the button or the switch. No.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So you bring it down with the nose up. There's some decent chop, and the risk of hitting a wave face at speed with the front of the vehicle would be devastating. And so you bring it in actually quite a bit steeper than you would for a traditional landing. Bounce off a couple of the waves, and then on the last hit, they call it duck diving in surfing, where you basically just splash into the face of a wave and are fully submerged. Now, fortunately, it's a spacecraft, right? And so it is well sealed, but buoyancy wasn't necessarily front of mind. So you are riding low in the troughs of the waves that are kind of coming and going. And I'd say on a 17, you're about 100 feet from Disco's wreckage.
Hit it's a quick release on the harness. Look around, and I look out and I see, as I have cleared that wave, and I think back to that first flight with David, when after we cleared the clouds, the water slipped off of the windshield like oil in a moment, and then another wave crashes back on, snap back into action. I start narrating what I'm doing. Just for the record, I'm calling out is there water coming in?
No. No.
But it's a rough ride.
It's pretty rough, and it's riding low. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let me. The dice tell a story, right? You hear. You don't see any water, but you hear some sloshing.
I'm going to put a design, based on what I said, I'm going to put a design element of it back on you.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more like a fighter jet where the only way out is up and through the canopy, or do you think there is a hatch or door that I'm going to be getting out of a chair and exiting out of?
For like climbing out or ejecting?
I mean, if I eject, I'm going out the top.
Yeah.
Which I think there would be an option.
Sure.
Do you think there is a door?
Yeah, so in terms of so space reentry vehicle, I'd say that you have a door aft, sort of like, I mean, the way I kind of think of it is like with the wings folded, almost like an arrowhead with 2 points, except they're a little more bulbous. So in terms of picturing it, I would picture propulsion systems to kind of match those two bulbs, and I would think that the main egress would be like top back between propulsion systems, kind of like middle back top.
Got it. I'm gonna make for that. If it's more towards the top, I'm gonna make for that exit.
Yep.
Yeah. And if there's like any kind of homing beacon, I'm switching that on.
Sure.
Tower Odyssey is in the water. And I'm off the radio and just like Harma is sitting at about, water line is about 2/3 up the craft. I'm exiting out the rear. She appears to be watertight. Alright, and just like narrating everything. Sure. I'm going out the back door, and if I can, I'm gonna like seal it behind me to try to keep it watertight.
Totally.
And I'm jumping in the water.
Sounds good. Roll for swimming. Get out of here. I love you. My wife.
No. Oh dear. 2 2s, 2 3s, a 4, and a 6. That is a critical bust. I'm not making it easy for you to not kill Leo. I'm so sorry.
That's amazing.
Man.
Dog.
I haven't used this much.
Yeah, I was just gonna suggest that.
Actually, what's the roll? I do think I have to do it before.
I just rolled a pretty insanely high thing for you preserving the craft. So that narration and your attention to detail, well done.
Thanks.
Yeah, sealed. I'd say
one of us will survive.
You even went so far as to manually close the rocket, the jet valves, so that they won't bring any water on board, and they'll preserve some pockets of buoyancy. Yeah, exactly. So I'd say the ship's pretty well protected from the elements at this point. And then I like what you're doing right now, and I want you to do it.
I'm thinking discipline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Add 1d6.
Yeah.
And my point of discipline. All those long hours at the... It's a 5!
So you hit the water.
Early mornings at the pool.
You hit the water. And it's rough water and it's cold.
Oh yeah.
And let's see where that goes.
Yeah. What am I working with? I'm working with a 6. I'm at 7.
You're just grinding on 5s right now? Dog.
7.5. Yeah, man. I've had some clutch rolls, but I've also had some 7.5. 8.5. That would be 9, or I roll 3. I don't like a 9. I don't like rolling 3. I need to do so for my other 2 games. I have a shortcut that I do, and I haven't done it for Lumberpunk, which makes no sense because
you literally made it.
Well, and I play the most.
Yeah.
My other games are like once a month if we're lucky,
Yeah.
and then every other week. I had to do like a shortcut that just like opens up every tab that I need.
Oh sure. Oh yeah.
Right. One of
So
them,
you got
I have it like my laptop playing music.
a game
right?
build. Yeah.
And I need to do it for this, but I'm pulling up the odds on rolling 3 dice.
I figured that's what you really do.
9 is better than the critical bust that I had because 28%. I'm gonna stick with the 9.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. So, you are so focused on locking the ship up and protecting this expensive aircraft. It's I often think when I'm driving my car and drinking something with one hand, that if something really bad happens and I need both hands on the wheel quickly, the most sensible thing to do would just be to immediately drop it and get my hand on the wheel.
Sure.
And I never do.
Always.
Well, so it's either one-handing it, or you're like reaching for the cup holder and slamming the brakes on, or swerving, or like whatever it is. You're not doing, like, my lap's wet and nobody dies. That's fine.
Yeah.
But we don't do that.
Nope.
We put the cup back in the cup holder and risk death, and instead just drop a coffee in your lap, and you get that fraction of a second, and so you're so focused. It's been the job has been protect the aircraft for so long that you can't not. And so you're sealing the hatch and you miss the big wave, and it breaches over the top of the hull and chucks you out the back end, and you bounce off the tucked wings, which provide significant additional length at this point. And you're in the churn and the white water, and then point of discipline, and you are pushed away from Disco's aircraft with that surge of the wave, and you get your bearings, and you're in open water, quite a bit further from your airship than you were even expecting, and I'm going to have you roll for swimming again.
Yeah. More discipline. Another grind it out. Oh my God. 6.
So you fight the current for a long time, and you are struggling, and you crest the top of waves when you're lucky, and see Disco's wrecked airship. It feels like you're not making any progress whatsoever, and I'm going to give you a choice right now. And I'd like to think of this as you digging deep in one way or another. You can take a point of emotional damage to get there without any more rolling, or you can try rolling one more time.
I'll take the point of emotional damage, yeah.
Okay. All right, so you, through unbelievable strength and determinism and really no luck and almost no ability except for tenacity, fight your way through the cold, dark, gray waves, and you eventually reach the wreck of his airship, and you see his form through the fuselage, which is broken, and there's a hole big enough that you could probably get in there if you wanted to. Okay. All right, you get in there, and what do you do when you get inside?
You just go, I'm going to get you out of here, all right? And there's, turns out there's actually no, and I'm doing the quick release on his harness. There's no SOP for a water landing for these things. So we're writing that today. Gonna get you out of here.
And he, when you release the harness, he just barely comes to. And he looks up at you and he goes, "Hey, Odyssey. What happened, man?"
You caught on fire, and I think you thought it'd be a good idea to put some water on the fire. So you came down, and I'm just like talking, and my hands are moving. I'm trying to like get him, just bracing my feet on weird parts of the fuselage. You know the story about Icarus. Everyone always talks about him, and I'm like pulling on him flying too close to the sun. But you're not supposed to fly too close to the water either.
Roll for medicine.
Oh, point and a book smart, so this is 5.
Roll hit points of healing.
Ooh, I have not. I've thought about doing this in game, but haven't had a need to.
Rules as written.
It's
It's a 10 to hit, so you got half a point of bonus healing.
half a point of bonus, right?
And you're gonna
then
roll
I'm just
healing.
gonna roll
Now,
66.
Yep, 66 exactly.
You were about to say something?
So you got that's it.
6 points. Oh, that's not bad right there. I'm alive. That's 7.5.
Nice.
Ooh, how about a special rule where everything all half points get rounded down except for healing? I'm sort of kidding, but also isn't that kind of nice?
That is lovely. I've found that as the GM, my DPS isn't really as high as I'd like it to be.
Na-na-na-na-boo-boo.
You know what?
Stop doing that. Things you shouldn't say to your DM.
Nana, boo boo.
LD.
The
GM.
LD, GM.
Whatever you all.
GM, DM,
GM,
LD, LM.
All the above.
Yeah.
LP.
Person. Parent, sure. Yeah.
No.
I am your lumber person for tonight. Honestly.
Lumberpunk?
Lumberpunk, LP.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Right there in their name, good.
Giving me an idea, but for a different time. So you get Disco loose, and he's floating now, and in terms of yes.
Not to interrupt a thought,
Yeah.
but I don't know if this is where you're headed, but there would be we're doing these test flights over water.
Yeah.
There's no SOP for a water landing. If you punch out over the water, there's going to be some sort of flotation system.
Yeah.
Leo didn't think of that until he was already in the water.
True.
He was too focused on saving the plane.
Yeah.
But that should be something to add to the SOP. I'm going to look for whatever that flotation device is on Disco's ejection seat.
Totally.
Is that where your brain was headed, or is it headed somewhere else? In terms of the next problem.
Yeah, so that's part of it. And I'd say roll for investigation. Actually, yeah, I'd say roll for investigation. And the reason why is, like, yes, you're very familiar with this system, but, well, actually, okay, follow-up question.
Yeah.
Have you ejected yet?
Oh. I think no.
Okay. Then roll for investigation. Yeah.
If I'm pulling that kind of bullshit as a joke, I don't think I punched out.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? That's an insane roll for finding flotation. I only see 4.
We both float away.
I know. You float to heaven. Wait, I only see 4 of your dice. How?
It is not a rollover, and I don't think I'm going to risk it.
Yeah.
Because 4 of a kind is what? It's 10, 11 plus 3. It's plus 3, so 14.
Okay. Yeah. So you are able to get his flotation out and up and under him, no problem. And you. So context-wise for the healing that you rolled, and I'll give you the 8. I like it.
Yeah.
For meow. I don't know if it'll stick to the final roll set, but there's we've never called ourselves gritty. We've said crunchy quite a bit, but optimistic is a word we use a lot more than anything else, and so I kind of like the rolling up of healing and the rolling down of damage. There's something verisimilitudinous about it thematically. So context for Disco's state, physically speaking, he's mangled. Guaranteed, he's one of his cheekbones is crushed in, and minimum of few vertebrae broken, probably at least one of his femurs broken, and likely his pelvis as well. He hit really hard and rolled, and so with that in mind, what do you do with 8 points of healing?
I mean, I can't care about his spinal injuries. I want to, and I know that I know there's a very good possibility that, moving him is going to do more damage just from looking at him, but that thought comes and it goes, and you mentioned cheekbone, spine. Is there one other major thing?
Femur and hip. Why am I blanking on that?
Femur is this one, right?
Yes. Yeah. So the hazards you're looking at are spinal injuries far enough up cause respiratory and cardiac failure, femur breaks, bleed really, really quickly. Same thing with hip fractures. So, and then you're in the cold water on top of that.
I have to get him out. I'm gonna, short of trying to be careful with how I do that, but I have to get him out of the cockpit, and so there's a part of me that thinks for a second that ejection handle is still right there. But I also know that is going to put a whole lot more pressure on his body Right. It might keep him in line, but it's going to put a whole lot more pressure in his body. So I say no to that idea. I'm trying to get him out as much without jostling him too much, but my first priority then is going to be getting him floating in the water and away from the wreckage, and then I'm focusing on trying to get a tourniquet on his leg. If it's like a compound, is it like a compound fracture or?
So you want to go for the
internal?
leg first?
Yeah.
Got it. So for 8 hit points, what I'll say is it's whatever damage is there is internal.
Mm-hmm.
You see there's deformity, and that side of his leg is shorter.
Mm-hmm.
And you're well trained medically for field injuries like that, and it's a bit of a gimme. Okay, so you're looking for that specifically. Give me an investigation roll one more time for a yeah. Whoa. Okay.
I mean, it's still not great because my investigation is 3, so 8.
Okay. Trying to think of what would even be. Got it. So you know that there's a good chance that femur injury is causing a significant bleed, and so you fumble around in the water inside the fuselage, and after a minute you find a piece of metal debris that's about the right size and shape to splint it. So it's a longer, thinner piece, and the best you're able to work out is you jam it between the belt of his flight pants and the top of his boot. And by doing that, you're able to lengthen the femur back out, put it in traction tenuously, and then wrap it a couple of times with some straps from the 5-point harness. And it gives him some relief. He's pretty out of it. And roll for gymnastics, because you're talking about trying to get him through the hole in the fuselage now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, buddy, we're gonna make sure those disco pants still fit, huh?
Yeah. Disco's awesome. I don't care what that girl thinks.
Yeah, you never told me what song was on her, was on the answering machine there. Sorry, you said this was gymnastics?
Yeah.
What did I just say? I was at 7.5. If it 8, 9.5. If it's a 1 and 2 5s, then it would be 9.5. If it had been 2 1s and a 5, I would have counted 7.5, 8.5, 9.5, 10. Okay. It was 1 and 2 5s. For a second I was like, was it a 2 1s and 5? Sorry. 9.5. 10, 15.
Wow. Nice. So you time the waves right. Simple as that. The water is surging inside the cockpit as well, and it comes up slowly inside versus quite a bit faster outside. And so you get them level with the opening or a little bit above it, and you're able to float them out without much drama. And from there, you guys are in the water for a few minutes. The rescue crew response time is surprisingly fast. I rolled for that a little while ago, and it was exceptional. Almost as if they were on standby. And so there's an amphibious craft that touches down, and they send a swimmer over, and the swimmer brings a few extra pieces of gear to stabilize Disco, and swims him over, and it's not far, so you're able to join them, and you guys get on board and take off. Disco's still just barely with it, and he looks at the wreckage as you guys are taking off, and he goes, "Yeah, guess I did put the fire out." And then he passes out. And he doesn't die.
That's better than James was hoping for.
But he doesn't fly again. His body takes a long time to recover, and it was broken pretty badly, and when he is back, he's nervous, and his body's not the same. And so he washes out of the test pilot program, and he struggles. That was his identity. Call sign Disco. Most of the ladies loved it, and he has lost his purpose. And he still loves you, like a brother, but you guys are on very different paths, and meeting up at the bar where the test pilots hang out just feels wrong to him. And the last time you really hang out before he leaves Aleut Star, he drinks a lot more than he should, and he's starting to mumble and not make so much sense, and he at one point he's kind of almost asleep, and then he looks over at you and he goes, "Neil fucking Armstrong over here."
You got the night fever over there, huh, Disco? You want a snack? You can drink them. Drink it up. Drink it a lot.
Yo, fucking Armstrong.
Take the...
No. Showboating. Glory Hound. Neil fucking Armstrong.
You wouldn't have gotten very far without Buzz and Glenn, huh? On Disco?
Saying I'm Buzz.
Come on, Buzz. Yeah, you can be Glenn today, huh?
Just want to go home, man.
Yeah, let's get you home.
The Odyssey. I'm never.
It's home eventually. Hey. He gets home. It's not the same as when he left, is it? Let's go.
What?
Come on, let's go.
We're supposed to go to the moon, man.
Well, they said it the first time. We choose to do these things not because they are easy, but because they are really fucking hard. Hey.
What?
I know this is an arrogant fuck-ass thing to say. I know you probably look at the rest of us who can still go up there, and you see us as the lucky ones, and we are. I know that we are. But you're one of the lucky ones too, Disco. I saw you hit the water. And I know it's not the same. I know it feels like you'll never come home. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
He stands up. Barely able to hold himself upright. should let me die out there. He starts to stumble off towards the door.
Because I didn't know if it was my fault.
Who knows, Odyssey? Who knows? Going home. Fuck all of you. I am going home. And he stumbles out of the bar without saying another word.
Go.
And Uncle David somehow appears and sits down next to you.
Need something? I'm deep in my cups at the moment. Got a flight in the morning, so no drinks for me.
Is that how you're gonna play it?
I'd have a beer, if that's what you're asking. You gonna growl me?
Grow up, Leo. Right now. Right fucking now. Just grow up.
You're trying to get your claws into me for, what is it? It'll be 20 years now soon, huh? So our first meeting in the hallway with the shuttle. You're willing to wait that long for me to grow up. You were happy as long as I was the golden boy. But I'm apologizing today, so I'm sorry I crashed your landed your 3 billion green line spacecraft, aircraft, whatever you want to call it. I am sorry. I know it was the wrong thing to do. But I got there before the rescuers. I got in his leg in traction. A good 3-4 minutes before the rescuers even arrived. I secured the aircraft, and I collected pretty valuable data about how it would perform in the event of a water landing. So other than ruining my friend's life, would you remind me what I did that was so childish and wrong? Are you just mad because I'm eating candy?
You're not grounded. Keep flying.
Something else you want to say to me?
No, that's it. Report for test tomorrow morning at 0800.
800. Going for the road?
No, thank you. He gets up and walks off. And I think if you're okay with it, that feels like a good place to end for tonight.
I think so.
And that leaves us 4 years to play with
Yeah.
for if and when we revisit
Yeah.
the repercussions.
Man, oh man. All right.
That was really fun. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I had a great time. I'm a theater kid. What can I say? For context, we didn't go into tonight with a lot of a plan, and man, oh man, did Pyar just pull that out of his hat. I am just floored. Thank you. What a beautiful gift.
Oh, brother. Back at you. That was like little boy Leo was so sweet, and teen Leo was so bright and optimistic, and test pilot Leo was cocky and arrogant, and like just what a beautiful. I mean, same, brother. This is
Yeah.
that was great.
Yeah, I'll also admit I've had some pretty big writer's block around Leo's backstory. Pyar was kind of hounding me for a long time, and I have given him very little. Well, boy, is it interesting being on the player side. I am understanding so many things. But, I've given you very, very little, and that's on me. And but just, I think we've both we've talked a lot about the academics, and sort of there, and obviously the aspect of space exploration is so big for them, and we've talked about that a lot, and so to get to explore that, and have it be fleshed out has just been such a treat. So thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. Yeah. That was. It's the kind of thing I live for, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
I'm back to you, sir. It's we just love working with each other.
It is weirdly easy.
Yeah.
We've never had a fight. I suspect. I mean, given the forming, norming, storming, performing model of group growth and flourishment, there will come a time.
Yeah.
And we'll work it through and get over it, and express our needs. But yeah, it is surprisingly easy. Yeah. Thanks, brother.
It's been a privilege.
Yeah.
Well, I said that in the past tense. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
It is a privilege.
And
it has been a privilege.
And it will continue.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
Thanks. We love you guys.
See y'all next week.
Happy 20 episode anniversary to everyone who's watching.
We should have like a catchphrase as an outro.
Yeah.
I love this bit. I love this bit. Oh, it's so. I just want to dig my teeth into it.
But we don't yet.
Oh, we don't yet. Yeah. Well, you said we love you. That's nice. It could get like weirdly parasocial, right? If we're not careful, but we love you, and like something that is like looking forward to the next week, maybe. No, I got nothing.
For those of you who know,
you know.
We'll see you next week, and we do love you very much, and thank you for being early with us on this wild journey that is a treat and an adventure, and for actors to have a chance to actually act every week is like rare and a gift.
Yeah.
And
well, I was gonna say about, and like not just in your room, like it's just like kind of what we're doing, but like, but to be engaged in long form storytelling and not, shooting an audition.
Yes.
In front of like like a black backdrop, and it's just you and a
It's what?
yeah. No, but to be doing this. Oh, sorry, Uncle David. I should have raised my hand. You were saying.
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah, this long form.
Yes. Yeah, it's a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very lucky. And a treat. All right. Again, thank you for being here with us, all of you lovely people out there in the ether. We look forward to more adventures with all of you, and have a good night.